Where's Frank? It's lead night.
Save money on motorcycle insurance with Geico going up the country, ball without me, Frank.
Geico Motorcycle. Great rates for great rides.
Ball without me, Frank.
Yo, 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 guys. Testing my mic. Man, it has been a while. Is this too loud? Let me know. What is... I'm just getting... This is the first time in a long time. Hold on. Playing with a few things. Is this on? How does this work? Let me see. Desktop audio is probably really loud. Here we go. Thanks, Neil. What's up, buddy? How are you? This is literally my first stream since my last stream on the Adobe channel. I don't even remember when that was. That was in the spring. Hey, Troy. Wow. What is going on, guys? What is going on in the Twitch world, man? It's been a long time. I gotta find some glasses. Where are my glasses? So, yeah, I'm still here. I still animate. I still do all these things. I've been thinking where I went to. I don't know how to explain it or even where to start, but I've had a crazy 6 months. I mean, the only way to describe it is I've not had 2 identical weeks at all. Hey, I am Some. How are you? What is going on? My life has just been upside down, inside out. Good and bad, everything. You know, all the roller coaster stuff that you could ever imagine and think of on professional level, on personal levels. But I'm good. And I decided, you know what? I've been talking about it for actually several weeks now, especially with Bat Monkey and offline. And, hey, let me see. Let me get some angles here. Camera still works. I literally haven't worn these headphones at all since the last stream, which was the Adobe stream. Anybody even remember when that was? You know what? I'm going to look that up. I got to look that up because I have that in my calendar. I want to go back to, say, March? No. What was I? I was on Thursday nights. Yeah, definitely March. April. I think it was April. April 6th. I believe No. May. No, maybe it was June. Was it June? I am showing that June 15th was the last Adobe Creative stream. I am Some. I'm good. Thank you, I am Some. Yeah, thank you. My mom, that was one layer to the onion that is my life this summer. I am doing fine. It was definitely something we saw coming for a long time. So the basic issue was she went 40 years without ever seeing a doctor. 40. And which is crazy to me. Like, that's hard to do. It's sort of the good and the bad, right? Imagine being healthy enough to never see a doctor for 40 years. And but she went to a chiropractor for back problems, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. And he took x-rays, and they basically found cancer, breast cancer. She did chemo, went into for a couple years, went into remission for a year. And then this summer, cancer came back in her spine and in her brain. And she was given, well, she went under, she underwent like 10 days of radiation, which wasn't easy. And they were hoping for, obviously 100% recovery, but no. After that was in June. After that, they said she had a month to live. So that was our summer. When I say our, my family, but then my brother and my sister. So it was just every single week was trying to figure out that in terms of hospice and care, aids, stuff like that. And the good news is she went peacefully at home with family around her. I was actually at a gig. I was down on Cape Cod at a gig that night. But it was, week to week for the most part. It's life. It's part of life. But that was just one layer to it all. I was out of work in terms of full-time work as of January. And I did a lot of freelance work. And then I started interviewing for a lot of different companies this summer. And I got many levels into the interviewing process with a few companies. I was convinced 100% I was going to get offered a job at a certain company, and I didn't. And I actually turned out to be that I dodged a bullet, but I think, from what I was told. Anyway, I ended up surprisingly getting asked to join a small startup, a small tech startup, and doing animations, visual storytelling. I got lucky, great group of people, small group, I'm the 8th or 9th employee, and yeah, and that's working out. And, I had to figure out my commute. I'm just making sure. Yeah, I got everything going on here with full screen. I'm not showing my chat or anything. Let me see. Hold on. I don't know why I'm not. I had my OBS all set up for Adobe, but not so much for... All right, here we go. Although chat, I don't really need, right? It just kind of gets in the way. I might just keep it off. So I've been working now. This is like my, 6th or 7th week at the full-time job. And I had to figure out a whole new commute, which involves a bike and a train and walking every day, which is good. And, yeah, other than that... Oh, you know what we can turn on? Let's turn on the bunny. Mr. Bunny's back. What's this? Oh, my... Yeah. Ham and egg. No, bacon and egg, sorry. Alright, cool. And what is this? Sorry, just playing around with OBS, trying to figure stuff out. I don't even know if that works. Alright. So what's going on with you guys? Alright. So why am I streaming tonight? Well, I got a surprise client project, animation project today through a friend of mine. Networking is so freaking key. Man, I'm telling you, if you guys are like hustling and trying to find work and stuff like that, I got work through a really fun, cool, one of my favorite people in the world, and she's actually a storyboard artist for The Simpsons. And she's out in the west coast of the U.S. and out in L.A. And I haven't seen her in a couple of years. I usually see her every year I'm out at Adobe Max. We make it a point to get together. But anyway, I met her at a conference in Austin, Texas, probably 10 years ago, and always remained friends. And it's just, you never know. And all of a sudden she messaged me today, and she has she knows somebody, a company that is looking for a 2D animator, and she sent me some info and a storyboard. So anyway, I figured, you know what? And I contacted them, and I think I'm gonna accept it. I sent them my work and stuff. So anyway, so this I'm gonna show you what it is. I think part of me's hesitant to take it on because I've got a full-time job and a lot going on, but my life is starting to finally stabilize. Hey, Wizard, how are you? What's up, man? So I figured maybe I'll find a few nights in the next week or two and pull this off, but it's really kind of funny. I'll show you guys the storyboard. I don't think they never sent me an NDA, so I think this is probably fine. But it's just a storyboard. So they want Simpsons-style animation, and then they sent me an animation sample, like a test. And I'll show you that in a minute too. But you can see they don't have any assets for me, so I have to draw all these assets, which is fine. It's pretty simple. Like this has one background, right? One character. And this one looks like pretty simple. I think there's 4 or 6 of these. This is the second one. Again, one background. Very simple style. Here's another one. I thought there was 6. Was there 6? No, there's only 5. Alright. So you can get an idea of what they want. So I told them tonight I would do an animation test, and I said, hey, why don't I stream it? What a fantastic idea. So what's going on with you guys, man? I haven't seen you guys since, what did we say, June 15th? I think it was. What was it? June 15th was the last time I streamed. June 15th. That's crazy. Yep. Alright, so I'm going to just start. I'm going to dive in and draw this background and animate. What was it was something else I was going to... Oh, I was going to show you the sample. This is... I don't know who did this. The item was encoded in a format that's not supported. Well, I am going to find a workaround for that. Hold on. That's bizarre. I could play it on my Mac. Darn it, Windows. Come on. Hold on. I want to be able to... I gotta figure this out, so hold on. Alright, it's on Dropbox. So this is what they sent me as what they're looking for in terms of animation. It's really simple, if not crude. On my part, I progressed a bit, integrated After Effects, Audition, and Premiere to my... Nice! Nice. AE is a game changer, and it's something I always want to get more and more familiar with, especially on a motion graphics kind of level, because I'm doing a lot of motion graphics type stuff at the new job that I'm with. A lot. So I'm getting more heavy into that stuff, and I'll show you. I mean, I plan on getting back into the streaming thing a bit more frequently. Yeah, the Family Guy eyes, exactly. They want that Family Guy / Simpsons kind of feel, but, you know, this is pretty simple stuff. I think we can even, you know, bring it up a few rungs on the ladder, on the animation ladder. Yeah, exactly. Could use some tweaks. They didn't... I asked them for any of these assets, but they said no, they don't have any. Artie Uppy... It is nice to be back. Good to see you, man. I am back. So I'm just going to recreate it all. You know, like I said, it's pretty simple graphically. Simple, flat stuff. All right. All right. You know what I could probably do? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to quickly open up Premiere Pro and convert that QuickTime movie. I want to make sure I can you know, I can be able to do that. And also what I need to do is let's see. I need to say file export to image. I guess I don't know if this is going to do one giant image. I don't know what that means. All right, let's go. Probably the whole thing is one image. I wonder if I can. Windows is so much different than. Yeah, these are all just flat images. All right. All right, let me import this. Where was I at this project? All right, good. And this is the one we want. No, just one. So all I did is email the contact, the president of this communications company, and I asked them just some basic questions. Obviously, you know, what the price would be, what their budget was, blah blah blah, and then, but also more importantly, like their requirements. You know, 16:9 ratio, 10, you know, HD, 1920 by 1080, 30 frames per second, blah blah blah. So, little things like that, and what the end format would be. All right, this is going to be what we base our background art on. So, cool. Yes, take a quick shower. Take a long shower. It's nothing like a really long shower. Okay. and I'm just getting over a cold, so. Will the Adobe Stream ever have live artists again? I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything, honestly. I have no inside tips or tricks about that. I really don't. I don't know. I don't know what they're planning on doing. I've kind of stepped back a little bit from the whole Adobe thing. And I'm not going Adobe Max this year either. So I'm kind of way out of the loop a little bit, except for you know, my day-to-day Adobe Community Professional program and the Animate pre-release stuff. But other than that, that's it. So I have, you know what? I get a little bit of the dishwasher on this side. So between the two frames, I can see the entire thing. All right, so let's recreate this, and I am going to first, let's grab some colors. All right, let's grab the background. Let's add that swatch. Grab that color. Just picking colors. Grab that. But yeah, I miss all those great artists that live streamed and the mods that were always, you know, always had our backs. They're great, and they're still out there doing their thing. I haven't even watched people on Twitch, just a couple here and there. But really, I've been so busy and so MIA between, like I said, work stuff and personal stuff. Okay. Let's draw. Let's color some things. What I'm gonna do first, I might. So many different ways I could do this. Just gonna start. And let's go object drawing. And actually, we don't need outline for this. I do agree. I think that would be awesome. Tumtillion. Yeah, they were. We got paid. Adobe did actually pay the regular streamers. Yeah, I think they probably plateaued. I think they, you know, they did pretty well considering. I mean, they definitely built up an audience and a channel, but they were also on YouTube with a lot of the evangelists and people like that. And I think maybe they just decided to switch to that. All right, let's grab that. Then I'm just gonna hold down. I work on Mac during the day, so now I have to like retrain myself with my Windows machine here. Okay. Gotta remember all these keyboard shortcuts. Q, 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 Q. Is this technically rotoscoping? It's just really tracing. Rotoscoping is when you're tracing every frame of a video clip of, like, say, a person running or walking or an animal or something like that. So technically this is, but it's only background art. You know, it's not like I'm doing a sequence of images, which is technically rotoscoping an animation. But yeah, I asked the client for this, you know, the actual artwork, if they had any of the source files, and he said no. He just like, no, I don't have any. And I'm like, all right, at least it's simple enough to reproduce. So I'm now just holding down Shift and Alt, which is duplicating and constraining them. The background's a little bit rotated, so I'm not paying attention to that. Okay. Now let's go back a frame. I grabbed that color already, rectangle. I think it was the first color I grabbed, so there it is. And it's gonna go here. And now, so I have object drawing mode on, so it's on top of everything, but it's its own artwork. It's not biting or, you know, eating into the artwork underneath it. But if I hold down Control and then the down arrow, I can push it back. And there it is. Alright, let's save this. Let's go save it now. I'm going to just create a folder called Backgrounds. And I spelled it wrong because I can't type. And let's call this Kitchen. Yeah, Adobe's been getting Facebook likes. I wish I was going to Adobe Max because I have there's so many cool friends that I only see at that event, and I can't see them this year. And then for the first time ever, a good friend that I used to work with here, that lives here on the East Coast, is actually going, and I'm not going to be there with her, which is a bummer. But it is what it is. What are you going to do? All right, let's do. What I'm going to do here is just grab. Did I grab this white color? Oh, and I see there's this like bit of some knobs. I'll make sure we get those in. Simple little circles. Right about there. Shift Alt. Cool, Artie Uppy. Share, share, share. Share when you can. Share when you got it. Yeah, there's a lot of animations I've been working on that eventually I'll share. Trying to think if there's anything I've done otherwise. Not that much. But I'm working on... I got ideas for other animations that I've started. Like personal projects that I never get to. That I am now going to get to because I just have to. That's the same white. All right. So what I'm going to do is grab that blue. this, nope, we don't want that. We want to turn off onion skin. Cool. And then, doesn't have to be perfect. Turn on snap. Why is that not doing that for me? That's why. No, why are you doing that? Animate. Stop that. Thank you. Alright, we gotta join these. Yep. Okay, alright. Almost there. What'd I forget? Oh, it's a piece of molding right there, dummy. Alright, let's grab that. I don't know how far off I am with that. Pretty far off. Bat Monkey made it! The KF Revival stream. That's what we should call it. That's what it is. That's the new title. Hold on, I gotta change the title of the stream. That's genius. That is genius. I like it. Yeah, I'm back. Thank you for that. That's awesome. I like the new title. I Am Some's idea. Yeah, free. You got to do it. Totally. So, are any of you guys like freelancers looking for work or out of work looking for work? Because I found like the most incredible tip that worked for me, and it works for other people too. But I totally stumbled on it. It's a LinkedIn thing, but man, it was a very surprising outcome based on something that I posted on LinkedIn. That's right, I am some trademark it. Alright, let's get that back wall in there. So I'll tell you the story. So, you know, the company I was with for 6 years, a game company, I was working in the games industry for 10 years, and I'll tell you, it kind of got old fast. But the last company I was with for 6 years was great. I joined them because, you know, it had a great culture, really fun, small, relatively small. I had about 60 people, but everyone got along. There were, you know, office pools, and it was just a great culture, and it changed over the course of, I don't know, a couple of years. hold on, guys. I want to make sure I do this right. And new management came in, new execs, and just making weird, dumb decisions and just treating people like, I don't know. I can't say they mistreated people, but it just wasn't like the fun got sucked out of the place hardcore. Like I would walk through the halls and pass people who wouldn't even literally wouldn't even look up at you to even look at you, make eye contact and say hi. It was bizarre. Just became a cold place. And then we would work on projects for over a year, and we would, have a whole team, design team, dev team, QA team, testing it. We would submit it to Apple. It would get approved, and then literally we're about to push the green button and go live, and they would pull it. They literally would pull the game. That looks like a microwave, and I'm wondering if there are buttons anywhere. Yes. I wonder if there's a... Yeah, so we're going to have to recreate that. So I think I'm just going to go with the left half here. It is called Game Show Network, JSN Games. It's a cool company. So what they did the right thing. They reformatted, basically. They rebooted and reformatted, but they had a bunch of layoffs, massive layoffs, like over 100 people. But at that point in time, I was really ready to leave. I wanted out. This is the same window. I see they reused the oven door. So let's just grab that and start there. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab... I'm going to move this over and then just work on a layer above for now and then paste it in later. So here are the assets. I'm getting all clumsy. Here's what I need. We got what we need. Anyway, so what was I saying? All right, so massive layoffs, great. I skipped out of there with a smile on my face. And so all summer long, I was freelancing, getting fun jobs through creative agencies and animation houses, from San Diego to Atlanta, Georgia. Like it was pretty cool. And every time I got a freelance job, I would post on LinkedIn. I would post it, I would list it as a new experience, right? Just to show people like I'm not just chilling out somewhere, escaping reality. I'm actually working. And then what would happen is people would be like, "Hey, dude, congratulations on the new job," because it would look like to them the way LinkedIn advertises it that I've got a new job, like a full-time job. And I started realizing that's not what I was really hoping for. That said, one day I decided to... Let's grab that. I decided to update LinkedIn, and all I said was looking for creative opportunities in the field of XXYZ, whatever, right? Insert your field here, which mine was, animation, visual storytelling, blah, blah, blah. And then within a week, I get a call from a recruiter. He's like, "Hey, I have this interesting opportunity for you, yada, 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 with this tech startup." And it's who I am working for now, and I'm extremely happy I found the right home, right? And at one point, I met with the recruiter, and I asked him, I said, how did you find me? Because they hire in the tech field. They don't hire artists. They don't hire animators. And I said, how did you find me if you don't search for people with my skill set? And he says, well, we found you on LinkedIn. I said, well, how though? Why? And he said, well, because it said you were looking for creative opportunities. And I said, so then you searched for those as keywords? And he's like, yeah, we totally do. So that's when I was like, oh, okay. So I told a whole bunch of friends that I know that have been out of work for a long time. I said, update your LinkedIn right now with the phrase that contains the words looking and opportunities. Those are the two words that they search for. And I have friends that did that, and they said, like, within a few days, they said, I've just gotten like 250 or 300 pings on my profile. People are looking like that. I don't get that many ever. So I never did for a long time. I am some check LinkedIn, but now it actually I was never convinced it was actually going to help me or work for me. I don't pay for LinkedIn. I'm just a free user. But this, I have to say, this worked. That totally worked. They called me up. They said, "Hey, we got this opportunity. Would you consider going in and meeting with them?" I did, and the rest is history. So, and it's a startup, and it's great. I love the fact that there's no office politics. I interviewed at Zildjian, the global cymbal company. They were looking for it's so hard. They're looking for an animator, a drummer, which I've been a drummer for 40 years, animating for 20 years, a visual storyteller, social media person, video, audio. Like, I was like, yeah, check. That's everything. That's me. This job was designed for me. Filled out the online application, which takes like a half an hour because it's like 10 pages. You're filling this out and copying, pasting in your resume, and then they wanted referrals. They wanted everything. So, and then I would send it, and 3-4 weeks go by, I wouldn't hear a single thing. And I have friends that work there, and I finally pinged one of them. Actually, I filled out the application twice and never heard anything. And I asked a friend who worked there, I said, what's the deal? Do they not want to hire for this position? And he's like, yeah, they do. They're just really slow. Here, send your resume to the hiring manager. Here's his direct email. And that's what it took. And I did. And he got back to me in like 2 or 3 days later. Got back to me. Great guy. And we had a phone conversation. And then I went in there and met in person. Had an in-person interview. And now I'm doing contract work for them. But I couldn't accept the job because they wanted someone full-time Monday through Friday on site working, great. But they also had work on the weekends. I'd have to be on call on weekends because if a Zildjian artist, like say Trey Cool from Green Day, is in town playing a concert, we would find out with a couple hours notice. We'd have to go to the venue with gear, equipment, cameras, a lavalier, mic them up, and shoot the, the sound check or something, and use that on social media for promotional. And I'm like, so, all right, that's cool, but Monday through Friday, it's a good half hour, 45-minute commute each way, so an hour and a half in a car every day, and then be on call on weekends. And I said, how often would that happen? He's like, pretty much every weekend. And I'm like, I can't. And I mean, if they paid really well, yes, but it didn't pay at all. It was like entry-level pay. I'm just like, I can't do it. Anyway, so that was a bummer. But then I was interviewing for a really cool robotics company, social robotics company called Jibo, Jibo.com. MIT Media Lab pioneer in social robotics, Cynthia Brazil, started it up, and they're right here in Boston. And they wanted a robot animator. And I was away from home that week. I was teaching in Hartford, and but I had a video interview with them. It's hard, man. I had a video interview with them, and that led to doing an animation test in a hotel room. I downloaded their SDK, learned their software in a hotel room in Avon, Connecticut. And that led to a round of in-person interviews. I'm almost done with this background. I met with, that one day, 5 department leads, including the woman, the founder of the company herself. And even their HR person who was trying to recruit me kind of told me, like, this job is yours. What, how do you feel? I don't know. Let's get a start date. Let's do this. I thought, oh my God, this is great. It's a cool little robot that they're creating. It's like an Alexa, but it's almost like if Apple and Pixar had a baby. Think of it that way, if you can imagine it. Or just go to Jibo.com, Jibo.com. But they didn't make me an offer. They were actually, I think, ghosting me because online, through the month-long process, the 3 rounds of animation testing, video conference calls, and actually going in for in-person interviews, they updated the job listing twice by changing the title from robot animator to senior animator to entry level animator, and then the pay was like being cut in half each time. It was just weird. It was just some really weird stuff going on. Anyway, so my commute, I actually like Cortec, which right now, so this startup is in Boston. I am about 20 minutes west of Boston. And I was the last couple of years also commuting into Boston for the previous job, it's like 3 blocks away from my new job. It's in the financial district of Boston. And the previous job I was driving in because they gave a bunch of us parking spots. So I was getting up 5:30 in the morning, hopping in a car at 6 a.m. to beat traffic, and I was driving in. It was taking about 25 minutes to drive in. And it was great. I had a parking spot 24/7. It was awesome. But I don't have that anymore, right? That's a total privilege. That's a huge perk. So now I'm taking public transportation. I take a train in. This town that I live in, the suburbs of Boston here, has 3 train stops. So I take a bike to a train station, lock it up, and hop on a train, which is great. I actually have no issues with the train at all. And then I'm like 3 blocks away from the destination train station in Boston, South Station. I'm like 3 blocks from there, so it's easy. All right, let's draw a pear. Let's recreate this pear. I'm gonna just do it up here by eye. I'm not gonna. Oh, maybe I will draw over it. Let's grab. You know what I'm gonna do first? Grab a very high contrasty color, and let's make the highlight first. Let's make the leaf. Turn on snap. I love vectors, man. It's just like playing with clay. Especially in this program, in Animate. I feel like I want to do this in Illustrator, and I can never do it as fast as this. I want to mix a new color for that. I think these colors are washed out too because of the compression of the JPEG compression that was put on it. I should up the saturation level. Alright, let's do this a little bit thicker. Boom. Good. Alright, so now let's do the pear. I'll grab the actual color for that. But again, I want to boost this color up a little bit. It's really dull. Maybe something like that. Turn off outlines, grab the circle, and then go about here. Now I drew over that highlight that's red, but I'll turn it to white. But again, control arrow down, and let's change this to white. And now this shape is going to be cool because watch, I can just do this, grab my stroke color, just draw this, and then boost the weight of it, and I got that shape. And then I can go modify, shape, and then convert lines to fills, and I got that shape. It's that fast. It takes like seconds. And then let's convert this to a fill, drop that back, and there. Now, I do believe they slice it in half with color. Alright, good. So let's modify, combine those objects. Go up one. And now I'm going to mix. Actually, let's just highlight half of it, select half of it, go to the mixer, and mix half. I mix a little lighter color. So there's my pear. And actually, let me make sure I got the leaf color right. Yeah, it's good. So I'll actually convert this to a symbol just because. Okay, and now let's cut it and bring it down to our actual layer, and then drop that there onto the counter. Done. Yeah, it looks like exactly. It's like from WALL-E. So the cool thing about the robot, I have to say this: what they're doing, they're creating a very, very. You're right. Illustrator takes forever. They're creating a very cool product. So we have an Alexa here, and Alexa's fine, but it's a very dumb cylindrical thing. It doesn't do anything until you talk to it, until you turn it on, and then really it's just like I don't know, a monolithic version of Google. It's whatever. It just does what you tell it to do. Well, like your phone, like Siri. What's really cool about Jibo is that it has a personality, and they're marketing it as if it's a member of your family, like an extra member of your family. You come home from work, Jibo reacts to you coming home. It recognizes you as facial recognition. It can sense or tell based on your expression if you're happy, if you're sad. You can talk to it. It talks to you. It's a companion. It's actually really, really cool. I've been in its company. In fact, when I walked in for the interview, there's like 100 of them spread all over the place. They're really, really wild. So as robot animator, I had to download their SDK, which is like a 3D program that had a simulation of Jibo in 3D. It has a triple axis system. So it has a base and then a body that swivels on the base and then the head that swivels on the body. So you can actually make it do really cool things. And then it has a screen, and you can animate for the display, right? Which is kind of like a window to its soul, to its heart, to its brain. And you can project anything. And they were using Animate for that. So you can really bring them to life. So the animation test was they gave me like 15 seconds of audio, and I had to animate his body mannerisms, his gestures to that. It was like a greeting, as if I came home from work. And then, as an extra thing, animate what would be his face. You know, it's a little ball for an eye, but that can morph into anything, any other shape you want. So it was wild. It was pretty cool. They're doing cool things. People who know Illustrator is a way more powerful drawing program. That I will say. But for vector animation tool for creating vector graphics for animation, I think Animate wins because I'm working with a designer at work who knows Illustrator really well, and we're working on making some assets for big animation we're working on now, and he created the map of the United States, and I imported it today into Animate, and it literally froze Animate, and it probably wasted over half an hour of my time because it was just beach balling because it had, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of vector points, and it was just overly complicated. Even though it looked really simple, it was 2 flat colors, but the amount of, he got really detailed in the map of the United States, and I ended up redrawing the map in like 10 minutes, within 10 minutes, but I couldn't import it. I could not use it. So to animate vectors, you need to have, obviously the fewer the vectors, the better performance. So, anyway, you know what I'm going to do for this? I'm going to do this. Here's one thing I like about Animate. Just being able to drag. I'm now making sure the bottom is aligning with the top of that little saucer cup. And it's selecting this range, this top hemisphere, and I hit delete. Doing the same for the bottom. And now I kind of have that shape, I think. Maybe not. I don't like it. Not perfect. Hold on, I gotta move this up. Maybe this will work better. And maybe make it a little bit smaller. I want the, yeah, this has gotta be a little bit smaller. Something like that. But that's what I find I can never figure out with Illustrator. How to do stuff like this really quickly. There we go. Done. And I want to boost the color of this just a little bit. Yeah, something like that. And then let's grab, you know what I'll do? I'm going to do this, select it, and tell it to be an object. Then grab a stroke, the stroke color. I want to make the stroke color a lot lighter. Way lighter than that. Yeah, like that. And then draw a stroke. Hold down Shift. Constrain it. Make it a lot thinner. There. That kind of works. Cool. Samantha Hart Art. Hello. How are you? So yeah, guys, those of you who are just showing up, I am back, and I looked it up on my calendar. June July 15th was the last time I streamed. It was the last time I streamed. Isn't that crazy? Let's see. Let's do this with, I don't know, circle tool with just a stroke color and not a fill dummy. There we go. And then, let's see. Kind of like that. Maybe a little bit. This is the wrong color too. And then break it. No, you know what we'll do? We'll just go like this. And then move that like that. And move that up. That's good enough. But I do want to change, I want to mix a different color for this. Sam, I am good. I am good. I was explaining earlier how I've come off, pretty crazy. Let's see, it's June 15th. It hasn't been that long. No, July 15th, right? Is that what I said? July? August, September, October, we're almost into, yeah. So it's only been a couple months, actually. It feels like it's been a lot longer. I just had a very, very busy up and down kind of crazy summer. June I was in Croatia for like a week, a little over a week. That was crazy. That was wild. This is more reddish. Yeah, I like that. That's a little bit better. And while it's selected, shape and convert lines to fills, good. And let's just call it, I don't know, cup. Good. It's good enough. And, I was doing a lot of freelance work. And then I was also interviewing. And then I ended up getting a full-time job with a startup. But and then I had personal issues with my mom and her health. And her ultimate leaving of this world. And it's just been crazy. And then, my weekends are always filled with music, which is great. And it's just been like nonstop. And every week has been totally different from the next. I did not have two identical weeks in terms of details, scheduling, what I was doing, work I was doing. Just everything was just a little bit crazy. All right, I think we're very close. Right, we got everything in there. It's weird that the cup is in the air. Anyway, I'm not going to leave it in the air because I think that's strange. Yeah, Croatia. We biked through Croatia, the Dalmatian Islands. Yeah, the water in Croatia is crazy. Can I show you guys some photos? Here we go. Breaking out the family album. I won't show you all of them. There's like 340 of them. Oh, if I can remember my login. Yes, I did. Or actually, my browser did. Thank you, browser. All right, let me show you really quick. I'll fly through them. So there was like 12 of us that went, our whole family, and then 2 other family friends of ours. Let me find some good water shots. This is a fun shot. Let that come into view there. Yeah, the good old praying mantis. The cup could be sitting on a white plate. Oh, I don't know, maybe. Oh, Bat Monkey, yeah. So you weren't here earlier, and I explained what the project was for. So I got a call. So here's a networking thing, guys. I have a long story for everything. So about 10 years ago, I was speaking at a Flash Forward conference, which is at the time, it doesn't exist anymore, but it was, an actual conference, a huge Flash conference for many, many years, owned and run by Linda Weinman, who is lynda.com, lynda.com, right? Everyone knows Linda, who got bought by LinkedIn, speaking of LinkedIn, a couple years ago. While I was out in Austin, I was introduced to another speaker, and her name is Sylvia Pompey, and she was then and currently still is a storyboard artist for The Simpsons. Lives out in L.A., and every time I'm out in L.A., she's like the priority number one to we make sure we go to dinner and hang out as much as we can, and she's great. So I mention her because she messaged me this morning as she knows someone. She's a client that just needs a 2D animator, and I took a look at the storyboard that she sent on their behalf. So where was the water? Did I skip over the water? I got to show you a really cool. Like, here's the water, right? The water's crazy clean, because most of these islands in Croatia are rock. There's not a lot of vegetation, so you can see clear down. It's all rock. There's no sand. Even the beaches have like they're like rocks this big everywhere. In fact, I think I have a photo of just what the beaches were like, if I can find it. Anyway, so through my friend Sylvia, I landed this job. I emailed the guy, and I said, what are you looking for? Da 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 da. How long's the project? What's your time frame? When do you want to have finished things? Actual animation done. Maybe I didn't upload that one shot, but I thought I did. I thought I did. The food was awesome. It was just so simple, but so fresh. I want to say if the picture I want to show you, but anyway, I thought it would be right in here. But so here's what we would do. We would be biking all morning up mountainsides and in pretty warm weather. It wasn't intolerable, and then we were scheduled to arrive at a farm owned by the same family, like this woman here, for 400 years, and we would show up, and there would be, let me see if I can find a better example. There would be these home distilled liqueurs, and it'd be like 11:30 in the morning, and you just show up, and there'd be a tray full of them, and you just start pounding because you're so thirsty, and even the owner's just like, careful, easy, that's 42% alcohol, and you just don't care. Let me see if I can, like this right here with shot glasses. It was amazing. And it's like you get totally ripped, and you haven't even had lunch, and then you get on a bike to ride down the mountainside. Surprised I'm still alive. Really, really fun. Oh, this is the beach. This is the picture I wanted to show you. This is the beach. This is sand in Croatia. So as a result of the beaches being so, made of like mostly rock, there's not a lot of vegetation in the water. So there's not a lot of fish. It's just really clean, and it's salty water. So very effortless to swim and stay afloat. Oh, Cortec, I'm all about tangents, man. It's fine, as you can tell. Anyway, all right. So that's enough about Croatia. Go if you ever get. We also saw one more thing, one more tangent. I'll show you what this is. This is that something landing from. This is a set for Game of Thrones. They shoot here regularly. Well, not regularly, but they've shot here a few times for a lot for. I can't think of the name of something landing. Anyway, you guys will remember. Great place. Phenomenal place. What was the other thing I just saw? These. They would literally hurl these over the side at enemies. These were real. These were like 300, 400 pounds each. These big giant rocks. They were like the size of beach balls. Yeah, very, very cool. And all these were taken with a phone. My Galaxy Note 4. All of them. I didn't bring an SLR camera at all. So these are all taken with a phone. And a little bit of processing in Photoshop when I got back, but otherwise, Yeah, there you go. That's a Samsung Galaxy Note 4. It's about 5 years old. 16 megapixel camera. It's the whole reason I bought the phone. I really bought a camera that actually it makes phone calls. That's what it is. All right, enough of that. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So, back to the story at hand. Bat Monkey was asking. So I need to take on another project. Like I need a hole in the head. But I did anyway. I contacted the guy that's looking for a 2D animator. I looked at the storyboard, and we had an email conversation back and forth today. And just to find out like what his time frame is, and if he can, I told him, I said I have a full-time job. All they did was send me this PDF that has 5 storyboards, and they just need this animated in a Simpsons style. Okay, and they're pretty simple. They involve 1, maybe 2 backgrounds each, and it's just a cat doing various things, and it's for health or disease control for animals. That's going to be used on a website somewhere. So really pretty simple stuff. And then they sent me an animation reference. This didn't work. Let me go to the actual. Hold on. It's on Dropbox. I try to open up the QuickTime Movie, but I'm on a Windows machine right now. But this was there. They said just make it look like this, and I looked at this and I went, oh, they're not really asking for a lot, because this is good, but it's a little bit crude. It's not like really, really slick animation going on here. So I said, you know what, I can do this for you if you can, you can just wait a little while. Give me a week or 2. I think I could probably pull it off. So anyway, and then I thought, if I start this project, why don't I live stream it? So that's why I decided today's the day. Plus, this is the first week in a long time where I've fallen into a routine, and my life is a little bit more predictable, which it has not been for a few months. It really hasn't. Every day's been just sort of crazy. All right, so we have our background. Let's drop that up there, and let's name that layer background. And so I've been busy the last 2 nights. Tonight I have off, basically, to do this. Tomorrow night I am out, and Friday night I might have time, but then Saturday, actually this weekend, I don't even have a gig this weekend. So I have a bit of time coming up at night, which is good. So I decided I'll take this on and do it. Hey, Achilles, what's up, man? Free. Start over, I'm back. Oh, Tumtillion, you missed the crochet. Al, you know what? Here, tell you what. This is what I'll do. I will do it just so I don't bore the hell out of everyone else. I will paste the link to Croatia photos into chat. Hey, Tommy, come here. Tommy, say hi to the Twitch world. Hold on. Hold on. Tommy wants to say hi. Come here. Up. Come here. Up. Oh, you almost didn't make it. I wasn't ready for you. All right, you gotta say hi. You see everybody up there? Say hi. Okay? Look I'm drawing a cat. Look at that. I'm drawing a cat. What do you want? You want to get down? All right, get down. Just don't. You want to stay? All right, stay. Fine. So this is Tommy. This is one of 2 dogs. His brother Lenny's around here somewhere. I don't know. I'm not sure where he is. Oh, sorry. Here, want to say something? Want to say anything? You were barking a minute ago. Say something. Nope. Croatia looks just like Boston. Yeah. Yeah, that storyboard app is cool, Achilles. I still use it. I still like it. I'm using it now. I'm actually storyboarding a project that I have a year to do, and I'm using Storyboarder. And so I have an old Surface Pro 2 that was believe it or not, a freebie at Adobe Max. Like I think everyone at Adobe Max got one. It was in LA a couple years ago. Like, I don't know, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And so I installed Storyboard Pro on it. Here it is. because it has the pen. And now when I sit on the train during my commute to and from work, I got, a half hour, 40 minutes, and I just sit there and draw. Yeah, he's a pain in the ass, little doggy, honestly. But he's alright. He's cool. He's Tommy. Alright, so this cat, I need to, like, draw him and rig him, and I don't know what is going on with all this in here. But we're going to draw that. Wow. Okay, let's do it. King's Landing. That's it. Exactly free. That was King's Landing. So they actually shot a lot of Game of Thrones scenes there, and we got to tour around exactly where they were. And then, and there's a Star Wars movie coming out next year, or later this year. I don't know when the next one's coming out, but they shot a few scenes there as well. And it was really, really cool what they did in terms of taking 400-year-old castles and making them look Star Wars-y. They would make these facades and make these cool Star Wars-like doorways, like those round doorways, and stick them on the outside of buildings and with like a little digital pad. And all of a sudden they transform a 400-year-old castle into something that looks like it's in, belongs in Star Wars world. Alright, so I gotta figure out, probably think this would be good. Let's start with this. Let's start with this. Let's lock that layer. I think I'm going to lock that layer. Just create a new layer above and just draw. And I think I want to draw with the brush tool given the line quality. Pressure sensitivity. Maybe knock that down a bit. Properties. Yeah, maybe 70 is a little too high. Let's make that a little bit bigger. I would say... Nope. A little bit smaller. And then I was sick last week. I had a big, giant, annual, crazy weekend that caused me to get sick. Alright, that's pretty good. It's a little jaggy. See how... Well, anyway. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna draw in red so I can see what I've done. And here's where I'm trying to rotate the screen by holding down H. It's a new animate feature, but I don't like it because it doesn't work like Photoshop does, which drives me batty. I can't stand it because it bases the pardon me. The center point is based around the screen. Oh, here. Now it's fixed there. It's not based on where you zoomed into. So if I zoom into here and then hit H, it's trying to rotate the screen, but it's not rotating it at the center point of where I'm zoomed in, which makes it kind of useless now. And for some reason it's here. Well, that's the center of the screen. Anyway, I don't like it. I don't get it, and it's useless. And I have made the request to the animate team to just make it work like Photoshop's rotation, stage rotation. Please, that would be great. So you know what I need to do? We're going to move this to the center of the screen. So now, hit H, and now it's still not going to work right. What am I doing wrong? There's the center of the screen. Yeah, that should work. Okay. I had zoomed in, I think, to the wrong cat. Alright. But then you still, I find, you hit H, you rotate, or you hold down H to rotate, and then there's always a bit of holding down space to then move, and then hit B to grab your tool again. Like, there's just too much going on. Or whatever. First world problem, right? So, yes, there was a lot of kids on the trip. So I have 3 kids. Then we went with 2 other families that have their own kids. So that's why. There's a lot of us. Alright. Already uppy. Did you just change my life? If you click in a place, it puts the center. So, alright. So holding down H, and if I click here, that's the new center. Oh. Already uppy. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Alright, I'm fine now. I'm fine. I have no more issues. I didn't know that. Or I didn't know that. Album cover. Wow. For who, Achilles? Okay. H. Click. What the? That is beautiful now. Now I like it better than Photoshop. Is that possible? Alright, I take everything back. Sorry, Adobe. I take it all back. Already uppy, saved the day. Alright, so, I'm going to say the head we want to be different from the body. So I'm going to do this. Pretend that's the rest of the body. Just like that. Look at this. Click here. Click here. I'm holding down H. It's a little funky. All right. Archer cartoon. Yeah, Cortex. But here's the other thing though that I wish they would fix. So in Photoshop, you hit escape, and it would recenter the stage. Doesn't work in Animate. They have a button up here called Center Stage. Boom, and there it is. You gotta click it. And there's no way you can even assign a keyboard command to it. It's fine. So you just gotta go up here and do that. Alright, not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. But why not? Why not use the escape key for that? Why not? Why not? Okay, so here's his body. Oh man, click first. Okay, I like it. Take everything back, I said. Everything. I feel weird now. I feel bad. I'm going to grab just random color. No, you know what? I'll grab the actual color for that. And let's grab, again, the brush. And let's go to paint behind, which it already is at. And you know what? I'm going to just grab that and lock that 11 and make this even bigger. And I'm going to say, all right. Let's draw that in. There we go. And then I can delete that. I want to make sure I get that. Yep, I got that shape right. And here's this shape. And then that shape, that spot. Okay, and now, I think this is probably pure white, but let's grab it anyway. There's his body. Let's grab black, change that to that. And now we have his body. And select it and cat body. Okay. How do you reset the rotation point? Here. Oh, I mean, you mean, oh, that's a good question, right? So if I, like, clicked, so right here, I wonder if you double click. Oh, let me hold down H, double click. Can you mean reset this point here to, I don't know, where is it by default? The center of the stage? I don't know. It's a good question. But to get the stage back, you know, just click up here. The stage, by the way, is this here, right? If I hide that, that's the stage. I'm just drawing everything really big. I'm streaming! I'm streaming! Alright, let's now hide this body. create a new layer, and let's work on the tail. Ooh, you know what might be fun for the tail? The bone tool. That might actually work. You can use the center stage button or view magnification, center the stage menu. This will let you reset the stage rotation, retain your rotation pivot point, also center the stage. The man with all the answers. It's him. It's Bat Monkey. Whoops. No, we want the 11 size, right? That's why I saved it earlier. Sorry. It's the, residual effects of what was a really bad cold last week. I was down and out for 2 whole days. Not kidding either. It was 2 crazy whole days. I just did nothing but sleep. Like 13 hours sleeps at a time. Like solid all the way through 13 hours. It wasn't like I woke up every 6 hours. It was like I went to bed at 8 at night and I woke up at like 9, 10 o'clock the next day. It was the first time I'd opened up my eyes. It was crazy. 2 days of that. Oh, Control 1, yeah. Control 1, you know what I use a lot too is Control 2. Because Control 2 will set the visible stage area to the maximum it can based on. So let's say I have, my timeline that big. Control 2 lets me see the full stage given the space that I have. Right? 1 sets it to, I think, 100% of whatever the stage is. And 2 allows you to see everything. No matter what. There. So that's the same thing. Control 2. 3, I don't know what that does. It's 14%. Control 4 is 400%. Control 5 does nothing. But all of a sudden, Control 3 is 14%. It's just an odd thing. Yeah, there's a lot of people, like, I hear it on the train. You get on the train and it's just every third person is coughing and hacking and sneezing. Control 1, 2, 3, under the 4, Snoopy Doggy. Okay, what was I doing? Alright, so that, good. Let's do this leg. This leg is going to rotate, move. I don't know what it's going to do, but we're going to probably want it to, maybe we'll hinge it up here. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Command 2, huh? Wait. On Windows, that's Control 2, right? That sets... Alright, so let's try that. Let me see what you guys are talking about. So H... Alright, so there it is there. I can rotate... Yeah, and let's say I move it there. I can rotate there. And then Command 2. Right? And then I got H still. Yeah, no, it's still there. Huh. It's still there. It's still where I had it left. It's gotta be different on Windows. Maybe it's Alt 2? No. Control Alt 2? No. Yeah, he has free. I've totally noticed that lately. That guy's a legend. He's also an Adobe community professional, and he's on the Adobe Animate forums a lot, and he posts some really great answers for people. I've been noticing that this week also. Oh, look at that. 2 different whites. How bad am I? Let's make sure we avoid that catastrophe. Sorry, that was bad. That was really bad. Alright, so there's the tail. We'll go that way. I know that was really bad. I apologize. I have a funny feeling that's going to come back to haunt me when I animate. But the composition. Okay, gotcha. So you don't have to... Alright, so I see what you're saying. So, again, if I do this and then hit Command 2... Oh. Cool. It's good. Look at that. I've learned so much tonight. Alright, new layer. You're a little leggy. Purposely being a little squiggly because he looks like he's just drawn that way. Alright, should we switch up the music? What do you think? You know what? It's my own channel, so I can probably just do anything. I know what I want to do. One of my favorites. Turn you guys on to this guy. Where are you? Where are you, Mr. Smith? Alright, this is Nate Smith, everybody. He's a drummer. So enjoy. He's probably one of the best drummers out there right now. Very, 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 very funky. But very just... Oh man, he's just excellent. Shake and bake. You gotta turn this up. And I am thinking, I'm going to hinge it there, but I think, I don't want to be lazy, but, you know, we could easily, maybe we'll do, no, I can do brightness, just lower the opacity, or the brightness rather. But that might, I don't know if that'll work for me in the long run. Probably fine, but I mean, in the long run, he's going to have these little skeletal bits that are different. So you know what I'll do? I know what I'll do. Let's duplicate the symbol. Let's do that. All right. Yeah, Bat Monkey, did you stream? Have you streamed at all? Bat Monkey. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. Unlock all this cat stuff. Actually, let's do the head first. Not ready. Do one of my favorite animate tricks in a minute. We need this back leg too, don't we? Bat Monkey, how are your kids doing, man? Pardon me. Pardon me. Cat leg. I don't know. Rear. Back. Okay. And I am going to... You know what? The more I think about it, let's just grab this color. Let's stop messing around with brightness. Because I have a funny feeling, it's not even that funny, but I have a feeling for me to pull off, you know, this cat goes from, look at the storyboard, right? There it is. He's normal, and then 3, cat pulls balloon down, ingredients start to appear, light gray. Ingredients. This is, I don't know why they call his internal organs ingredients, but anyway, it's a little weird. But I'm gonna have to show this either as a nested graphic inside of the body parts, probably will, so they all go with him when he's animated. I don't know, we'll figure it out. That's why I don't want to apply any kind of effect to the symbol instances, because it'll mess up the coloring of whatever else I draw inside it. I'll be alright. No, don't feel bad for me. I'm fine. Really. Oh, is this an email about Mike Milo? Oh, good. I'm glad he's fine. Yeah, my daughter's typical freshman as well. All right, let's do the head. I'm not going to do the ears as part of the head. Tiny bit. Hot wife alert. Hot wife alert. You can be, though, if you want to be. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there. Hold on. Cat, ear, back. Back vodka. Type. Typing is hard. She was here. She came in and she left, sorry. She didn't want to be on camera. I told her she could be, but she's like, nope, not for me. So, sorry. Okay. Got the pink for the ear. Let's add that swatch real quick. And let's make sure we're on the right layer. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I'm dying. Here we go. I'll be right. I mean, I feel fine, and all of a sudden, I'm not. It just happens that quickly. All right, so now this ear is cat ear front. Okay, these I need to. I'm just gonna group them, cut them, go into the head. Just throw them on a different layer for now, just in case. Just in case. Alright, so this is what I want to do also is grab this and say cat type head and call it rig. No, not rigged. There we go. And then let's anchor it down here. Right click, distribute to layers. Love that feature. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna throw that there. Okay. We got a cat rig. Now the tail. I want to play. Oh, here. Before I do that, let's select all those parts. Control X. Select one layer. Command Shift V. Paste in place. No, I didn't have to do that, but I did it anyway. Let's do cat rig. Let's do cat. Hold on. Stand rig. I don't know. Right click, and now let's do distribute to layers. Okay. So now we got a cat rig and Q free transform. Let's make sure everything is anchored correctly. It looks like it is. Yep. All right. Good enough. Double click the ear. Anchor that there. Anchor that. Yep. Good. Good. We got a cat rig. This is what I'll do with it for the tail, right? So the tail, if I want to, let me just look at the storyboard. Yeah, the tail's going to do some stuff, right? Just a couple little things. So he's going to move from this position to that position to that position. We'll figure that out later. It just might have to be like a little frame by frame stuff. So I figured another half an hour or so is probably all I have left in the tank. But what I'd like to try to do... Oh, let's do the balloon. We still got to create a few more assets, right? I also kind of feel like I might have to study some cats a little bit in terms of like walking. Although, given the the example file they sent me, I'm not sure that's even that necessary. Maybe the insides can be rigged. Already up here. Are you thinking like nested inside? I'm thinking nested inside as well. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. All right, let's create the balloon. This is the cat itself. That's the story. No, this is the background. Hold on. What do we got? there's the background layer. Yep, that's the storyboard. Okay. Yeah, send it over. My neighbor has a cat too. I was going to go over there and shoot video of it, walking and stuff, but I didn't because I haven't had time yet. This balloon is a giant goldfish, right? So let's do this. Again, just grabbing a big contrasty color and a big brush. Trying to think if I have any, like, there's one particular story that I have for you guys. I have a ton, but I'm trying to think of some that has happened to me recently. I guess I might be... What font does that look like? Oh, it looks like a font I know. Might have to just draw it. Might just have to draw it. Not gonna worry about it. Not right now. Alright, let me think about this. We have a sequence where this thing starts off up here. I feel like the string should be its own piece of art on its own layer. Dude, Artie Uppy, yes it is. It is late for you, huh? You're in Greece, right? I remember. Cool, man. Thanks, Artie Uppy. Thanks for even being here and staying up as late as you have. More streaming to come. Getting back into it. For sure. Alright, you know what we're going to do? Set up the very first shot. So here's what we're going to do. Move that into position. You know what, I could turn off snap align. Alright, so we've reproduced the scene for the most part. I just got to think about how I want to animate it. But this should be moving, because if you open up on this shot and it's just there, it doesn't look like it's a balloon. It should be moving like a balloon. I actually think the cat should start off screen first. And maybe... Alright, so I want to make... So here's what I'm thinking, right? I'm trying to think like an animator, because I am one. The string is part of the balloon, right? So it's probably doing a little fluttering. But then the cat is eventually going to jump in and grab it. And if the string is nested inside of this symbol, it's going to be hard to kind of connect the two and play with it. So, let's not worry about it. Let's just lock that layer for now. I'm going to even turn it off. Let's move this. I know. Let's select this balloon. Hit F8 again. Balloon. We'll call it balloon drift. Now, I'm going to go in here. And let's go, I don't know, 60 frames, 30 frames. Then rotate it a little bit and have it come down. Yeah, we'll see what that looks like. Sorry. A little bit of easing in and out. Maybe we'll randomize it a bit. And do it again. Have it go in the other way. So I have it bobbing up and down on this, in this symbol. Then, out on the main timeline, let's have it drift across. And for this, I'm just going to right click and say create a motion tween. I don't know, I always regret using this type of motion tween, but so maybe do about right there. Thank you, Free. Alright, so the string is a totally different animal. I'm actually now tempted to use, you know what, I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna treat the string differently. Turn on onion skin. I'm gonna use pencil, smooth, black. Actually, let's make it a little more graceful. Because the balloon's not really moving that much, okay. Alright, I don't know. I am gonna nest the string. No. And a cool new feature. Oh, I hate. Fine, be that way. I hate when simple shape tweens go awry. Alright, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. Don't care. That's what shape pins are for. Alright, fine. Now, I love this new feature where you can do a custom ease for a shape tween. You couldn't do that before. It was always either just ease in or out. Now you can do ease in and out. Alright, so now we got this nested. And let's anchor the string. Let's see if this works. And then let's right click over the string. Create motion tween. Go here. And let's just see if that works. It's good enough. God, people were failed if they used Comic Sans. Oh, you guys are talking about the font. Yeah. No, it's not Comic Sans, but... Oh, I love Free. My daughter has... We have framed self-portraits that she's drawn as, like, you know, like first grade and stuff. Or maybe even younger. Yeah, way younger. Even like elementary school. And, like, they're really funny. They're hilarious. Drawn with crayons and all kinds of markers and stuff. And we take them and we frame them and hang them on the walls in the house. Looks like a Picasso thing. So I think the cat, like, if it was to make this, like, I don't want the cat to just wander in and then chase it. I think the cat should walk in, look up at it, and then crouch like a cat would, and then a beat later spring and grab the string in its mouth. Yeah, Free, good. So, how are we going to do the catwalk cycle? Jeez, let's see. Oh, and here's what I want to try with the tail. First, I'm going to duplicate this layer, because I'm going to be dealing with the bone tool, and if I mess it up, there's no going back. So, let me duplicate this layer, hide it. Let's grab the bone tool, and let's start playing around. Oh, you know what I just did? I just crashed animate because I forgot. It always crashes when I use the bone tool. Let's just see. Let's give it a minute. Damn. Remember that? Bet Monkey, you probably remember. Every time someone says, "Show me the bone tool." Oh, there it goes. It works. I don't know why it takes that long, but man. Oh man, it's gonna take that long to make a bone? Oh, it has stopped working. It did crash it. Here, I can show you. Look at that. Bye-bye. Darn. I guess I'm not using the bone tool, or unless I pull this up on my Mac or something later. I think we're fine. Let's see. I hope I'm not lying. Yeah, we're fine. Darn, though. I gotta figure out why on my Windows machine the bone tool doesn't work. And I also wonder, maybe there's an update. No, doesn't look like there is. Oh, there is. Alright, maybe that will solve it, but I'm not going to do that now. I'll deal with that later. I don't like where the head is relative to the body. Or how that worked out. You know what? It doesn't really look good. This line here. That weird, huh? Didn't see that before. Have to figure that out. That line's going to be a problem, I think. If I want to rotate the head. Unless I anchor it. Anyway, we'll figure it out. There might even be, it might even be the case where I actually do a frame-by-frame animation of this. But you know what? I don't think I need to. I think that'll just take too long. Yeah, see? Don't really like it. Yeah, that's exactly. I hear the same thing, Bat Monkey. Yeah, the bone tool is kind of a pain. The problem is with the bone tool, the reason why I duplicated the tail layer is as soon as you apply a bone structure to a shape, it contains it in it literally a container. And oh, I'm losing my voice. And then you can no longer go back in and edit the artwork for it. It's like it's off limits forever. So it's just bad. I mean, I suppose you could remove the bone armature and then break apart the container. I don't know, but it's a bummer. It works. I mean, you can use the bone tool on my Mac, on a Mac, and I'm sure you can on Windows. I don't know what it is. Something's never played nice with it. Anyway. Oh, I didn't, Bat Monkey. Hold on. Nice. Yep, that was fun. That looks great, man. Nice background, too. That's awesome. That's another one I should finish someday. It really is one I should definitely finish. Yeah, well. You got Mike Milo too. He's the best. Thank you. All right. I might be calling it a day soon, actually. Just because I'm losing my voice. I'm not going to start animating this yet, but I want to get reference for a catwalk. I actually did a dog running this week. One way, actually, I might just do a real quick version. I mean, I don't want to make the legs go ticka 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 ticka, but I think the client, based on what they sent me as an example, might even be fine with that. But actually, let me do a quick online reference check for. Let's see, cat walk crouch animation GIF. Video. Oh, of course I'm getting models on a catwalk. All right. There we go. That cat totally can't jump. No, that's not gonna work. I'm not finding good reference. Oh man. It's good though. Message deleted. Hold on. There you go. Oh, nice. Free, thank you. Oh, this is perfect. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to Grab this URL. That is perfect. Download this. And let's go to my project folder. Where are you? And what I can do is copy our cool little cat. Paste him in here. Let's create a new layer. And a reference track. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Free. Oh, wait. I want to get this to... Oh, duh. Alright. Wrong layer. Yeah, Bet Monkey. Ours have like very, very specific places they like to poop as well. It's weird. And they'll sniff forever, and then you can tell when they start narrowing it down. But it takes forever. Sometimes you have to take them like on a 20-minute walk. All right, 9:40. I don't know, 5 more minutes. That's all I got. I got a big day tomorrow. Long day and a long night. Maybe let's break this apart. And let's convert to layers on this level. Lock that layer. So, here's his front leg here. Let's just study that. So, you know, the style of his legs are so simple that I wonder if I should give him more form, you know? Four more minutes. This is great reference, man. This is perfect. He's dancing. Alright, I'm just wasting time. Alright, let's find a starting frame like that. this is going to stay there. Yeah, it's more like that. From there to there. You know, it sounds like this client wants me to just follow what he gave me. I mean, I read his email over and over just to make sure. Let me actually just look at it one more time. Yeah, he literally says, here is a link to the Simpsons style animation we are going for. And he sent me this. So it's really like pretty crude, pretty loose, little clumsy, you know. So whatever I do is going to be at least that and a little probably above and beyond, but I don't want to put my name on something that kind of looks a little like you know, I will take it upon myself to kind of push the envelope a little bit, maybe blow them away. I don't know. I think it's going to be easy to blow them away, but we'll see. Who knows? You never know. Is there going to be a schedule moving forward or just here and there? Probably a little bit of here and there right now, but maybe I'll set a schedule. Maybe it's like, what's today, Wednesday? I don't know, maybe like every Wednesday night or something like that. And then if I can throw in another night during the week, I will. I totally will. So weekends for me are starting to calm down with gigs just a little bit. I don't have a gig this weekend. It's like the first time in 5 months I don't have a gig. So anyway, yeah. So I mean, that was a very, very tweeny kind of look. I want to fix things like this bugs me right here, like just seeing some of the body through the leg. So I'll probably pay a little more attention to that. Here I'll fix the tail later. You know what? I never keyframed the tail layer. So I'm just doing keyframes, key poses really, right here. Let's do another one. So he goes from here to here. You know, one other way is to just have him walk in place on a treadmill and then slide him. But he's going to be walking, taking a few steps, crouching, jumping. He's going to be doing a lot of different things. And I feel like just get that all out in one timeline. It's going to probably be easier than having them all nested in different timelines and trying to get them to work together. All right, so from here to here, this leg starts to come up, right? So I'm going to just hinge it up here for now. The other front leg gets planted here, so I'm going to hinge it here. No, sorry. It gets hinged back there. So let me turn on onion skin to go all the way back to there. And let's slide that back. And then rotate it up. It's a little shorter. Right? Starting to get it. His head comes down here, by the way. Right? You see that? His head comes down and then comes up. So maybe I'll do that a little bit. Skewing tends to work pretty well. Just a little bit. And now this foot has come forward a lot. So I might do a couple of different drawings for this leg. rather than trying to get the same leg to do all those different positions. This leg obviously comes back. And kind of plants itself. Actually, it is still planted. So here, I gotta take note of this. This foot here, it's always right there. Boom, boom. Am I doing that here? Let's plant it right there. It's still planted. That's good. And it's not planted there. So let's rotate it like that. One more pose. One more pose and I'm calling it. Calling it a night. Calling it a day. Let's shift him forward. Alright, and the same foot that's planted is this back one. Oh no, sorry. The front one, sorry, the front one. Wait, am I confused? I might be confused. No, I'm not. I'm good. Am I? It's hard to tell which is the front, which is the back, but this is the front. Before I thought it was... It's hard to tell. Yeah, I think this is the front, right? Good night, Bat Monkey. I'm going offline pretty soon too. Wizard, will you motion between these poses? You know, it's a good question, Wizard. I'm not sure. I might do, if I do motion tween at all, it might be something like this where I go create classic tween and I just take a look. Obviously that's drifting because I changed the center point. But that might work for this. But sometimes I've been known to then go back in and create additional keyframes and tweak things even further. But for now, I'm just going to kind of just keyframe right now just to make sure I get the overall poses down. So yeah. Alright, guys. I'll pick this up tomorrow. No, I won't. I'm at work all day, and then I'm actually going out tomorrow night to see a Red Sox game. I got invited to do that. So I'm going to dinner, the Red Sox game. I'll be no way able to live stream or work on anything. Maybe Friday night. I'll be back on this on Friday night. And a little bit over the weekend, so I might stream again then. But we'll go from there. Guys, thanks. This was fun. Good to be back. Thanks for chilling. Thanks for hanging. And yeah, well, I'm back, so get ready. Cool, guys. Good to see all of you. Thanks so much for, teaching me a few things, like that whole rotation thing. That was awesome. Cool. Until next time, peace.